There are just a couple of other leadership actions I do want to report to you. First, as part of our board's administrative committee, we've selected Jody McLean, CEO of Edens, to serve as the Roundtable Secretary, succeeding Tim Byrne, who ably performed the role of secretary during his last term on the board. Jody, in addition to being the CEO of Edens, a well-regarded retail company, is also on the boards of the Federal Reserve of Richmond, Cushman & Wakefield, and Extended Stay America. So despite her busy schedule, she has agreed to bring her insights to work with us on the administrative committee at the Roundtable, and I very much look forward to working with her. I'm also really thrilled to announce that today the board has appointed a chair-elect who will assume leadership of Real Estate Roundtable when my term expires in mid-2021. Our organization is really special for many of the reasons I outlined, and one is our outstanding membership of first-class industry leaders. We have historically attempted to find a new chair from among different property types, different geographies, public and private. We also have historically looked for someone who has a broad view of our industry, who's passionate about the Roundtable's mission and actively involved in the public policy process, and can work with the incredible Real Estate Roundtable team to bring the organization to a new level of excellence. And today, I'm pleased to announce that the chair-elect of the Roundtable is John Fish, CEO of Suffolk. The board and I personally are incredibly enthusiastic and unanimous in our excitement to have John be the next chair of the Roundtable. And I will briefly mention his other important characteristics, and those include being past chair of the Boston Fed, he's on the board of Boston College, he's chair of Brigham and Women's Hospital, and he's involved in so many philanthropic and community organizations. John can also speak with authority regarding labor force issues, infrastructure, and trade. And he is passionate about the need to level the educational and economic opportunities for all Americans. His energy and drive are definitely going to serve the Real Estate Roundtable well. And I want to welcome him and ask you to join me in a round of applause for our new chair-elect, and therefore our 2021 chair, John Fish. Welcome, John, and congratulations.
Thank you, Debbie. Debbie, I want to thank you for all your time, effort, and energy that you put into the Roundtable for the past 3 years and your previous terms on the executive committee. You are, as I used the term before, indefatigable. And it's very difficult to keep up with you. And I just want to congratulate you on your successes. I also want to thank you for leveraging both your personal reputation and your company's reputation in the industry in Washington. That capability and that stance really has a lot to do with the success of the Roundtable over the last 3 to 5 years. I want to thank you very much. And lastly, Debbie, I want to thank you for your relationship. I mean, it's really been nice to get to know you and members of the executive committee of the Roundtable, and I'm honored and privileged to be working with everybody. I also would like to thank the selection committee and the board of directors, and especially the previous chairs, Bill Rudin, Tim Byrne, and Bobby Taubman, and Dan Nadich. All of those individuals are actually icons of this business, and they're tremendous shoes to fill. But as I said previously, I'm very much looking forward to working with everybody. No doubt, this group has a tremendous amount of opportunity in front of it. And this organization really has grown substantially under your leadership and Jeff DeBoer's. One could argue that the Real Estate Roundtable has grown to be the most important and impactful organization for the real estate industry in this country. Jeff has partnered with over 19 different trade partner associations advocating for smart, thoughtful, bipartisan, and high-impact public policy. Not just public policy, but good public policy. Put simply, Jeff's voice of credibility and integrity is heard loud and clear in Washington. And one would argue his voice will be more important now than ever. In speaking of Washington, one can argue that we are living in the most challenging times in the history of America. A historic pandemic, a social revolution, a political crisis, an economic crisis, which has directly impacted our businesses and our industry more than any other category that's out there. History will write about this for the next 5 years, and it will prove to be a defining moment for our industry, but also for the future of our cities. This is why the Real Estate Roundtable needs your support more than ever. In closing, I am honored and privileged to be a part of this conversation, working with you, Jeff, his team, and the entire Real Estate Roundtable organization. Thank you, and I'm humbled to serve in this position.